I got to lean in. What is going on, everybody? Welcome again to Wednesday Night Live. It's been a while. It has been a while since we have done this show. I'm here with Benny and Chase, and we're here to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills titled The Moment. Now, if you're watching, right, The Moment, it's a LeanCon week. It's the second show we've done this week, and it's going to be a really fun show, not because we're talking about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but as you all know, or unless you believe in the damn rock, we're celebrating three years this week. You know, we've had awards go out, we've had spotlights to our co-hosts. We launched our merch on Monday, so a lot of big things are happening for the Lean, and this is just something that we wanted to do because we don't, Beverly Hills ended. Thank God it ended, but at least we could talk about some stuff in the past. The Lean was around then, so we couldn't really discuss these things then, but we all were watching, so we're gonna talk about it. How you doing, Chase?
Listen, I'm here. I'm 30, flirty, and thriving.
Is that what it is? Okay. And Danny, what's going on?
Nothing, just here, ready.
You sitting already?
I'm sitting already. If you're in the chat, let us know. Let us know how y'all feel about some of these taglines that we've come up with. I'm going to continue to post them out throughout the rest of the week. So we've seen a few. Some of them have been great. Some of them, whatever, but everybody.
Oh no. Who has been great and who has been whatever?
I really like Jasmine. It really tickled me.
Oh my goodness!
But I've seen them all, and there's one coming. I can't wait till y'all see it. It's gonna be fun.
I like Asians too.
Asians, yeah. Everybody has some really good ones. Everyone's fit for what they're trying to go for, but it just shows you we were actually on a show with the cast. It will be a hoot. I'll just say that.
I like everybody.
And if anybody asks, where's Jamie? Jamie could not be here today. Actually, y'all go spam his Instagram because he's so damn busy apparently. So y'all spam his Instagram, cuss him out, call him everything in the book. Don't be racist, but call him everything in the book because he should be here, but he cannot be here. So the show will go on. He's still a part of the family, still a part of the Lean. And go ahead, Chase.
This one time I will allow racism, only against Jamie though.
No.
Don't do it. You better not do it.
No,
but I will say this though, Cortez. Mm-hmm. He's not here, so if he wins any awards, he will not receive them, and me and Danny will graciously accept his awards on his behalf.
Okay. Oh, and speaking of awards, on a Monday show for Potomac, we did announce 2 awards. We announced the favorite panel, which is what you guys voted for, and viewer of the year. Viewer of the year was Kyra. So congratulations to Kyra. Kyra will actually be on tonight. She's already here, but she'll be on tonight as well as Antonio and Sammy to talk about some of these topics. But you guys voted this panel, including Jamie, as your favorite panel. So we appreciate that. Beverly Hills, the funny thing is, like, it wasn't the initial show for this channel, like for this platform, but it's grown the channel. And so we're here. That's why we're having this special show, because we love y'all. And obviously y'all love us as well as our other panels. So shout out to our other panels, but thank you guys for voting for this panel because, come on. All right, let's get into it. We got 5 topics to talk about. We're going to kind of go around across from season 1 to season 10. We did recap season 12 and 11. So unfortunately, if you did vote for anything in those seasons, you can kind of go back and watch what we talked about. It's already up, chat. Go watch it.
We ain't doing it.
Right, we ain't doing it. But But to kick it off, we're gonna start down to the season 1. Now, in season 1, one thing I did see a lot of votes for was the infamous limo scene, and I actually do have clips for everybody to see. Hopefully, they don't flag it for copyright. If so, I will dispute it like I always do. But I felt it was only right. So it's gonna be a little bit of movie time. Get you some drinks, get you some food. We're gonna watch these clips. We're gonna talk about these clips. It's gonna be fun. Just sit down, have a good time, and relax. And let us do what we have prepared to do today. All right, y'all ready? So we're gonna start with the infamous limo scene. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna talk about it.
Walked up.
I've always had your back.
No, you have not, Kim. No, you have not. I don't think you want to go there right now. You've not had me back, and you know that.
I took care of my whole family growing up. I mean, I bought her first car, bought our home. I did it all.
Oh my God, you're embarrassing. I'm embarrassing? Really? I'm the one who's sick of being embarrassed and defending you.
Oh, don't.
Well, maybe I won't anymore.
Good.
You are unbelievable.
Gosh, Kyle.
Okay,
Look at you. F***ing phony.
I'm the farthest from that, okay? You need to get help. What are you doing with this whole thing in here like this? What are you doing? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And Mom had to die worrying about you and stressing about you and leave this on my shoulders. After everything that I have done for you, everything I've done for you, I'm always there for you.
Everything you've done for me?
Yeah, everything I've done for you.
You stole my goddamn house!
Listen. Did you hear what you just said, Kim? Oh, are you out of your f***ing mind? You are so sick. Did you hear what you just said? My husband has helped you every month and stood by you and taken care of you, okay? Like you're a second f***ing wife. So you for talking like that. You're a liar. You better f***ing take that back right now. You better. Stop right now.
Stop it.
You are a liar and sick and an alcoholic.
Stop.
Okay? You are an alcoholic. Yes, that's right.
God.
That's right. I've said it now and everybody knows. So get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. Quiet.
Drink.
Quiet. Stop it. Stop it. Get out of here. Get out. You are so demented. You will not believe what she has just said and done. Kim, I want you to know something right now. Anything we've ever helped you with is over. You're on your own now.
Now I'm gonna say this. Watching that back now, I'm laughing at moments because I've watched it a few times in the last day. But when I watched it earlier today for the first time in a long time, it was quite sad for me.
Yes.
I'm getting sad.
And so before we talk about it, this is the topic that Kyra wanted to be a part of. And so we're gonna bring her in and we're gonna start the conversation. Oh wait,
Kyra,
Kyra, you have the link. I'm gonna send a link to you, Kyra.
Tear Kyle up.
Yeah, but just before we get Kyra in here, we can kind of talk about it. But I'm just gonna say it was sad for Kim. Like Kim she probably was in her moment. She probably should have been filming. And I'm just gonna say Kyle is still vile, as y'all are saying in the comments, because when she brought the mother into it, I think that's when it didn't go. And I also feel like honestly, Kyle was really trying to poke at Kim because she was just like, "What are you doing right now? What are you doing right now?" And I get the context of it, but
Also, I feel like Kyle's response to Kim saying she stole the goddamn house, like that triggered her. It had to be true.
Oh yeah.
She stole it.
Oh yeah. Well, she did.
I mean, she did steal the goddamn house, and she's a goddamn fucking bitch, and a slut pig. I know I'm jumping ahead, but that is you, Kyle Richards.
Yeah, you always crack me up singing the little jingle you made for me. I literally was went on Peacock earlier today, just like see the party, because obviously the fight starts over the party.
Party, yeah.
And you see at the party, Kyle is dropping these hints. Oh, Kim is drunk to Lisa. There is something to me disturbing about Kyle, because when you get into that limo, Kim is just sitting there quietly, and not saying Kim is an angel, because everyone, like, when you start like making your case, people go, they're not an angel. Kim is not an angel. She has her faults. But the fact that this happened off of some petty women argument at Taylor's party, and Kyle was so embarrassed, because that's what she said at the party. Kim is so embarrassing. She's late. I always have to admit, she's so embarrassed. The fact that Kyle had so much shame and embarrassment that she needed to lash out. You see her, you're insane. You're crazy. Like, she had a very much an aggressive tone, raising her voice, wanting to get closer to Kim at first. She backed off. And then you see her going over there and screaming at Kim. Oh, and like the fact that she brought her mother into it, as Cortez says, is the reason why she's like, you stole my house. Which, okay, maybe, you know, Kim couldn't really afford to be a part of it, but the way you did it was underhanded. If that's like the middle ground we go after, which I don't even agree with that.
Let me ask everybody this. How do y'all feel about Adrian's presence in the limo?
I loved it.
Yes.
I don't think that she, well, for me, I don't think that she necessarily chose sides. She was in that limo, you know, they were trying to hook Kim up with Mohammed, and all hell broke loose. And while she was in the moment, you know, she really just tried to keep Kyle from beating Kim's ass, which I don't know who Kyle thinks she is, because we've seen Kim at this moment, by now. We didn't know them then, but we know them now. And what we know of now is Kyle is not going to be nobody's ass, and Kim is the Belfast bruiser of that sisterhood, okay? And she is not the one to be played with. So I thought that Adrian did all right, and she didn't make the moment about her, and I appreciated that.
And what I liked about Adrian being there was we had a witness. Otherwise, Kyle would have painted that a whole different way to everybody.
Yeah. Like, and I think when you let me hop in for the season, that's the reason why I said that the way Kyle treats Sutton almost reminded me the way she treated Kim. The fact that over something so small, you get so angry and you feel okay to because Kim said, well, I was having a conversation with Taylor, and then you just pop, well, I heard my name, and then your sister felt like she didn't have your back. All of a sudden we go from that to like, oh my God, mom had to die. Like, this is what? And then you feel it is your right then to leave your spot, walk over, and you have you don't care anyone's there. And you are like the guttural, like the grunt in her voice when she's talking to Kim. And then to get out and be like, you can't believe what she said to Mauricio. You see that and say, anything we help you with, you won't be there before. And earlier in the episode, you literally see Kim, which I guess that makes it even sadder. You see Kim going somewhere saying like, oh, can you do my makeup? Because, you know, I work so much. I never did my makeup. I never knew how to do any of those things, which are the things that Kyle always makes fun of Kim and Kathy for, and not being able to get themselves together. But you had the time to do it. I'm sorry, I did not. And
I'm sorry, Kyle, go ahead.
No, just so to see that, like, something so small that Kyle allows for all their family issues to come out. It felt like to me like Kyle's waiting for a moment to blast her sister.
Yes.
Well, you know, I'm going to be nice. I'm not going to say waiting for a moment. Not a moment to necessarily blast her sisters, but a way to waiting for a moment, or always looking for a way to disassociate herself from her sisters. And I think that comes from childhood and, you know, all of those things that we've alluded to over the past 2 seasons. But it's like Kim's an alcoholic, allegedly, and then Kathy's kooky and wooky and has a bad attitude and maybe allegedly racist and all those things. So it's like anytime they do anything, you know what I mean? She always is quick to be the first one to put it down amongst the group or amongst the girls. Like, did you see, oh my God, did you see what my sister's wearing? Like those type of things, in order to disassociate herself from the group and also minimize the impact that it's going to have on her as a person, because she's not necessarily concerned about them. She's concerned about how this affects me, as we saw at the season 12 reunion. The only person who gets hurt in this situation is who?
Kyle.
Me. So, yeah.
But I think that's the crazy part, because she literally gets this show off the backs of her sisters and her sister's family. And I think that's like something so morbid about it.
That's what, you know, that's in the video. She says, like, you know, I did this. I bought her first car. I did all these things. You know, we've talked about it even here recently with the whole Kathy thing. Like, Kim was the star. She was.
She was a girl.
So it's crazy. You said what, Danny?
I said Kyle wanted to refute it so bad, but she knows she couldn't because everything Kim was saying was true.
Correct. So it's crazy that she would be so quick to be like, "We've helped you, and I'm never gonna help you again." It's just like, well, it's crazy. It's just crazy because that's not only is she your sister, but it's like she's also helped you, in ways. So you would think that, child, we already know. We talked about that. We know how Kyle is changing. Like we're gonna see another scene. Obviously, Amsterdam is coming. I know y'all know Amsterdam is coming, and so Kyle ain't never been there for anybody in her family, other than probably Big Kathy. I'm just saying.
And Kyle been plotting and producing since season 1 because
exactly
like Kyra said, she got on the show because of her sisters, and from episode 1, for the minute the camera rolled, she's been thinking a way to paint Kim out to be bad and to get Kim out of there. Yeah. If you ever see when Kim finally,
you think so?
Show, yes, when Kim got off the show, Kyle was so happy the next season and so good.
Yes. I don't think season 1. I will say this.
Season 1. Her mark.
Season 1, I think, is her most authentic self. I think that she got Kim. She was gung-ho about Kim getting that position because, as she says in that limo, we took care of you like it was his second fucking wife. That was a way for Kim to get an established source of income on her own, get her name back out there, and leave their finances alone. I honestly do not think that she went in with the intent to tear her sister down, but she's a goddamn fucking bitch. So it was going to happen regardless. You get what I'm saying? Now, I think by the time we get to season 5 and season 6, yes, she was ready for her to go. Yes, she hung her out to dry. But I think that season 1 is the most authentic version of Kyle that we get throughout the entire series.
I think I felt that way maybe back then, that, it was genuine. But now looking back and just knowing Kyle, I guess maybe I'm just my views clouded now looking back.
I will say one thing. Kyle looked, in her earlier seasons, she actually looked quite nice. She looked good.
I liked her for season 1. I didn't like season 1 Kyle anyway, but I liked her face.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like her face, like she was pretty. Then as it went on, you can tell like when she
was nice.
then it's that And one thing I do want to mention too, whereas Kim was obviously drunk as a skunk or whatever, allegedly, she still had enough sense in her mind. I feel as though in that moment, I feel like she was still in control of what she was trying to portray and give to say to Kyle. That's what I got from it.
But it's funny. The drunk one,
Kyle probably thought she was just talking because she was saying what she felt, and when Kyle said to her, "You're an alcoholic, you're drunk," Kim said to her, "Boom! I knew you wanted to say that. I knew that's something you wanted." Yeah. To say. She was aware enough. I'll say that. I don't know, a functioning
alcoholic. But it's
funny. You know what's. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Danny. Please.
The one that is normally it's the one that drunk that gets up to fight. But Kyle been putting
Kyle's been aggressive all these seasons.
Season 1.
She's been aggressive.
She's very aggressive.
Season 12. She didn't punch poor Sutton in the arm.
She beat Sutton ass.
She used to grab Brandy. Brandy hit to her, "Don't touch me."
No, listen.
Because I was actually the next scene. Kyra, we're gonna let you go. Okay, you can call back. Thank you, Kyra.
Thank you, Kyra. I want to say before we move on really quickly that if you watched that season as it was happening, season 1, you kind of felt like Kim was kooky and just different, and you could not put. I know for me, I could not put a finger on why she was kooky. I just thought she was a kooky, different sister. Sheltered, no longer in the spotlight until that limo scene, and when she says, "You're a liar and a drunk and an alcoholic," and Kim looks at her like, "Wow." I think it clicked for everybody. I know it clicked for me. It was like, boom, that's what it is. So you need to take responsibility for that, Kim. Excuse me, Kyle. You're trash. Go ahead.
I agree. Okay. Well, before we move on, I actually did reach out. So of course, we have 9 co-hosts here. You see us weekly or whatever. But before us 9, there were about 10 more of us that were actually part of the Lean for different shows, for different reasons. In the initial points before it even became a for sure panel show. And so I reached out to those individuals, and some of them were able to provide, some of them were not, but we still appreciate them nonetheless. And so they had this like a little message or that they wanted to put for this. So I'm going to play those throughout. I'm going to break them up because we got a lot to talk about still, but I'll start with this one.
Hey y'all, my name is Maya and I'm known from leaning into RuPaul's Drag Race. And what I love so much about being on the lean is that every single time we sit down to recap these episodes, I always notice different things that I didn't notice the first time watching the episode. And with drag being so subjective, I love being able to kiki about things I might have loved that everybody else might have hated and vice versa. And just hearing all the different opinions on the episodes. And it just makes you really watch the show from a different lens and it makes it so much more fun. So I love this platform. I love what the lean does and where it's going, and I can't wait to see the future of the lean. Bye.
What's up, y'all? My name is Antoine Tate, aka AT, and I leaned into the show Insecure, which is dope because it gave me a platform to really represent Team Molly. Yeah, I said it. I was Team Molly along with like 50 other people because we understood that even though Molly had her flaws, she was a good friend. She was a ride or die, and she was trying to be a better person, unlike Issa, who was the fuck girl. I'm just saying, call it like it is. But see, Team Issa don't want to admit that. But that's neither here nor there. All I'm saying is I enjoy my experience, and I'm thankful for that I had this platform. And I see the lean going very, very far. You know, it's already come this far, but I see the future. I see the vision, and I cannot wait to see what happens.
Okay. That was Maya and Antoine. Maya, as she mentioned, does Drag Race. And, Antoine was part of Insecure, but we're gonna have a few more of those later on. No, David said, "Wait a minute, he fine. You can find us. He's also my frat brother."
Maya, well, AT got up here talking that BS.
Okay, Sammy said, "Now hold up, oh, Sammy, your man, gonna you better go on, Sammy."
What's going on?
All right. Let's get into the next topic. The next topic is actually from season 2. Very touchy, very sensitive topic as it relates to Taylor and Taylor's whole marriage and being, you know, the abusive relationship. And so what happened in this moment, obviously the tea party happened at Lisa Vanderpump's house. Taylor actually was confronting Lisa Vanderpump about her relationship. She felt like Lisa Vanderpump said she wasn't a friend. Vanderpump said she never said she wasn't her friend. She just felt like if she needed help, she could come stay with her. Basically, she was saying that she wanted to support her in whatever, knowing what she was going through, right? And so in this moment, after Taylor doesn't get the response that she wants, she goes outside and the ladies start to talk about her. They start to talk about everything that in her marriage in terms of, you know, they don't know what to believe. They say they hear what she's saying, but they don't see bruises. They don't see anything. So they kind of question, is it true? What's going on, right? So she comes back in, and when she comes back in, she's already upset with Kyle because Kyle didn't have her back and Lisa Vanderpump. And in that same response, it turns out that they had been talking about her again. She finds out, and Camille drops a bomb on the damn camera, which is like, you know, not cryptic, but we'll watch the scene. And so here we are from season 2.
What you saying that? Because we're all protecting you.
About my marriage?
But what you told us about your marriage. What you told us about your marriage. We've been protecting you. Because we don't say that he hit you. Because we don't say that he broke your jaw or that he
threw you in the
beat
ball,
you up
or
and he hit you. We don't say that, but now we said it. Okay? We're supposed to walk around going, yeah, we can't wait to see Russell.
Can't wait to see
But
him.
we don't know if it's true
and then
because you come over and you don't have any signs of physical abuse on your body.
It's really
uncool. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's really uncool. But you set it up, Taylor.
We've all talked to Taylor many times.
I'm gonna ask y'all this: was Camille wrong?
I love Camille, and I lived at that time being invested in it. But looking at it from today's lens, she is absolutely wrong. You don't need to see a bruise to know that someone has one. Okay? So now you need to go ahead and make a choice as to whether or not you're going to believe her or not. I mean, listen, I understand being fed up because Taylor was at that time a hot mess express. So I totally get questioning Taylor and having doubts. Where she crossed the line for me was, we don't see the signs of physical abuse on your body.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up, swole up. You went too far. And I love Taylor. Excuse me. I don't love Taylor. I love Camille. But that was a step too far. But I understand being frustrated.
You're right, Chase, because too, a person who is an abuser, they know where to hit you so that people won't see it too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
They know where to hit you so people won't see it. I mean.
So here's why I side with Camille. Not in that comment. Let me just tell you the reason. So when I watched this again a few times, I watched the whole episode actually yesterday and a little bit today too. I felt as though what they were trying to say without saying, Shane, you ain't got no bruises is, okay, you're saying these things are happening because also in this moment, they did mention to her and Lisa Vanderpump, they said that I don't understand how you may be getting abused, but you're saying that you're okay in your marriage and you're saying you're taking this trip. I guess they felt like because even Vanderpump says this, she said that if you are this is happening to you, why would you not leave? That's what they were going for. Now, it's the wrong approach. But I feel as though not that they were less questioning was it happening, but more so why aren't you trying to get help? If this is what's happening, because you're showing up, you're on camera, and also in the moment, Taylor was a mess. She was going through a lot, but I feel as though they were all trying to still help her, but she even then was refusing their help. It was kind of like I get what they were saying. I don't support the whole thing of where your bruises, but I do understand what they were trying to say. That's me.
It's a classic sign of abuse to deny or decline help.
Yeah. So, I was just about to say, Chase, it's not as cut and dry as people think it is to just leave. So I still think they were out of line.
And this is probably going to be rude, but if he hit her in the lips, how would anyone ever know?
Well, I'm not laughing, child. I'm laughing at this text message.
I think that could be why she got the lips done in the first place. Because
here you go now. See, you know damn what.
Yeah. It was a tough scene. It was tough. I mean, that to be on TV, I'm gonna say that was a lot for TV. And
they almost did not make it.
I'm surprised it did. It didn't get, because if it was today's time, it would have been cut.
They were this close to being canceled, and it was actually, forgive me if I'm wrong, I'm a historian, but I'm an old historian at this point. I know that there was huge backlash. They were not going to air it. They decided to air the season. That's why they showed that scene at the beginning and all of those, disclaimers. Yeah. But they were very close to not airing it, and I believe it was Taylor who said no, air it. Like Taylor wanted it to be aired, and so that's why the show was shown, but they almost didn't make it past season 1 because of the incident.
Do you think that being aired, do you feel like it helped her get out of it? Because I feel like for her to allow them to air it, I think it was her way of trying to get out of it. This is me. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that, and I also can see she knows people will side with her when it comes to the abuse thing too. Like, she's the victim. I think she knew that part of it too. People usually side with the victim.
Well, this is also Taylor Armstrong, and we're gonna be honest about Taylor Armstrong at that time. I don't know the woman then or now, but what she has shown us at that time was she needed the check because there were people coming after her. Russell owed a lot of money to a lot of people, allegedly, and when he passed, they came for her for the money, and she had to figure out a way to get it. So you know what? Even though it may be painful, air this because I need my check. And in the words of Brandy Glanville, she did put out a book immediately afterwards, and it's only been a hot minute. I mean, hey.
I do remember this. I do remember this, Bryce. She did say that. I do remember that.
What did she say? I can't read that.
He would stop hitting her if, like, she thought he would stop hitting her if they were on camera. I do remember her saying that on some interview in the last.
She did, but she also said that she feared for her life once that part came out. Once that happened amongst the group in real time, she was like, "Oh."
Yeah, well, that's what she said on camera too. She kind of she hinted before Camille said anything. She basically was saying that she didn't want to talk about it because she felt like when Camille put it out, it put her in danger. For what I'm saying, by saying that. So yeah, I think that's a lot of backlash because people kind of sided with that she felt like she's putting her in danger. Go ahead, Chase.
I was gonna say I didn't watch the full episode, but before that or after that, is that when she says, "Lisa, if you can't be my friend, just please don't be my enemy because I can't take it."
I think that was before that part came out.
I feel like that was.
was before.
Around that time.
Wait, and so that's okay, right? So that's right before, and then Camille just out of nowhere goes, "Cut the crap! Your husband's beating you, and we're sick of the bullshit." Whoa, Camilla's gangster. Bring her back.
Even things sitting here now, Taylor still kind of put that on her. So it's like you can't expect everybody. You can't expect it to everybody that he's whooping your ass, and then bring him around and want everybody to be nice to him. Like it don't work that way. Like
absolutely. Now that is confusing. Like, we don't like him. And we don't like him because of what you've said. And so because you're saying these things, is it true or is it not true? So we can stop holding a grudge as a man and start holding him against you.
That's exactly what Vanderpump said. In this scene, she was like, we don't like him. I told but we don't. Yeah, it was a whole bunch of misconstruedness.
Yeah, Lisa didn't like her. Truth be told.
Well, but Lisa kept acting like she did not like her. But realistically, she didn't really care for her. Like
she was jealous of how close her and Lisa had become. Her and Kyle had become. Let's be honest.
Right.
She was icky that they were always hugging and touching on each other.
All right, so we're gonna move past this. Definitely a heavy scene or whatever. And so before we go to our next part, which we're gonna bring in Antonio for. Antonio, you can go ahead and call in. But I have
Lord Jesus.
I have another video to show of some of our previous co-hosts from the Lean. So we'll get those on while Antonio decides to wait. Oh, there you go.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Jay Lamar bringing you greetings from Miami. Hey, maybe the Real Housewives of Miami are somewhere in the vicinity. But I just wanted to say, Cortez, I'm so proud of you, and I'm so proud of the growth of the Lean. I am one of the OGs and one of the original Lean girls. I was on the Real Housewives of Potomac review show. I was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta review show. And we had such a great time. I have had the pleasure and honor of seeing the Lean be birthed. And I had the honor of just watching it grow into what it is today. And this is only the beginning. So y'all keep leaning in, keep joining the conversation. Cortez, I'm so proud of you and your entire Lean host crew. Y'all are holding it down. So much love and big blessings. And once again, congratulations to the Lean.
Hi, I'm WCO, and I was a part of the Real Housewives of Atlanta panel for the Lean, and I guest hosted on Beverly Hills in New Jersey. And I just want to thank Cortez for allowing me the opportunity. It's something that I've always wanted to do, but it was scared, and he kind of brought me out of my shell by allowing me to guest host on Atlanta. So I just want to thank him for that. I also met some very great people that's guest host on the panel with him. And it was just a lot of fun doing it. And happy 3-year anniversary to the Lean. I hope it has much success in the future.
Okay, that was the
well, that's Danny's daughter right there, baby. That's Danny's daughter right there, baby.
All right, we're gonna bring it. It's gonna get loud. It's gonna get real country and real. A lot of cuss words because Antonio is here.
Yeah, Antonio.
No, fuck you, because you said
it's gonna be fuck me on Wednesday, baby. It'll be fuck you on Wednesday, it'll be fuck me.
You look good in green, Tonio.
I do,
baby.
You look good in that green.
Because I ain't know nothing about the t-shirts and stuff. You know, I showed up in green, letting the hoes know I'm still the highest paid. So
you have to. Well, Danny is our fashion coordinator, so you have to get with him about that, darling.
No, Taste, it was you. It was you. It was your motherfucking ass.
You know what, Antonio? You still had time to go put your shirt on while we was way back.
I didn't want to miss it, Cortez. I didn't want to miss it.
I'm gonna get up here cussing the people.
Nonetheless, you can wear your shirt Monday.
Well, Sammy, put yours on. You already know what's coming. Put yours on.
L Vision said, "Fine as fucking that green."
What's up, Els? Holla at me.
Oh God! All right, so Antonio is here because we're gonna this conversation. Probably, I will say, it's probably the most iconic moment of Beverly Hills, in my opinion, and it was actually the most requested thing to talk about. Now, I did go ahead and get the whole scene. It's a whole 4 minutes long, but I feel like we want to watch it all. It's very entertaining, and if you haven't seen it, it is what it is. But this is a good time to watch it. So it's actually Amsterdam from season 5, and it's the moment where Lisa Rinna, well, they were talking about Lisa Rinna was talking about why addiction is so close to her and why it really hurts her. kind of snubbed it at my girl Kim. Kim called it, even though Lisa tried to apologize and Kim threw it right back at her. She threw it at Eileen. She threw it at Kyle. She threw it at everybody at the damn table, minus Brandon, because that was the only person that had her back. And then we even get mentions of Kim. Not Kim, Kathy, her sister. So we're going to watch this scene. Let's
real sister.
We're going to talk about it, okay? Bear with us.
Everybody a beast.
I'm ready.
In honor of Kim. I'm gonna call everybody a beast in honor of Kim from now on.
That's what Antonio came on the camera like, a damn beast. Okay. All right, y'all ready?
How dare you?
Why is he emotional? It's so long ago, but I lost my sister when I was 6 to a drug overdose and alcohol.
My sister died of a Seconal and alcohol overdose. And she was 21. So I have really deep-rooted issues about people dying from alcohol and drug overdoses.
I have a question though. Wasn't Erika Jayne like heavily on drugs and not drugs, sorry, pills and alcohol? Just saying. Anyway.
It's in my DNA. It's in my blood.
I didn't really process it, so I'm so terrified of my own children and everyone. You know, if I ever come across too strong about anything, I definitely have a fear of it, an Achilles heel, and it I'm sorry if I've ever, gotten into your business. I never meant to. I only wanted to.
Where you at?
Oh my God.
Gotten into your business?
Yes, you have. And we've discussed that.
I only meant to help.
Lisa, I have been sober for 3 years. And in 3 years, my friends right here and my family have not ever seen me like that in 3 years.
But I saw you like that.
I said that night I had taken something for pain, and it obviously didn't work for me. And let me finish. And I said that. It didn't react to me. The next day I ended up in the hospital for a week. If any of my friends right here had seen that more than once in 3 years, my friends, my sister would have come to me and they would have been concerned. You have gone around to everybody and talked to them.
How do you know I've gone around to everybody?
And you too.
Don't point your finger at me, Kim.
And you two asking where I've gone to treatment. Do I have a sponsor?
Well, we've asked you.
You asked me if I was okay, and I said I am
if you were in
fine.
meetings.
And I told you on the plane,
Kim,
I am fine.
we care about you.
I'm concerned about you. First of all, let's not talk about this. Excuse me. I'm concerned about you at your situation at home. You want to bring out my stuff? Let's talk about your home life. Excuse me, I'm not talking to you.
Well, I'm talking to you.
Excuse me, shame on you.
About it.
I'm not talking to you.
And I'm talking
Shut
to
your
you.
f***ing mouth. I've had enough of you, you beast.
Beast?
Yeah.
How dare you?
How dare me?
You came into my home.
And I apologize.
Actually,
and in 3 years...
Actually, you didn't.
I don't like you.
Guess what? I don't particularly like you either.
Good.
I can't find one damn thing to like about you right now in the moment.
Good. I've never found one thing to like about you.
I did nothing.
From your hair to your face to your attitude.
I don't know where this hatred is coming from. It's pure evil.
What is wrong with you? Kyle, shush up. You should have said right from the beginning, in 3 years I have been okay. I talked to him on the plane and you're like this.
What the f*** is that? Act like this, Kim. You want me to defend you even though you're acting like that? I'm not,
I've never needed you to defend me because you've never have.
Kim, yes, I have.
She does defend you, Kim. She does defend you 1,000%.
She defends me more than you do.
Oh.
Kathy would not ever act like this.
Oh, wait. I think... No, they said we shut down. Oh, no. Now I just got an email to my copyright. Dang.
We played it too long. You know, you can only play like 15 seconds of a clip, so...
But it didn't. I think that one was too long, maybe.
That was too long, yeah.
Can y'all hear us in the chat? Or no?
Yeah, can y'all
I thought they were still yeah, they're still man.
Well, no, they're commenting, but can they still hear us?
No, we are being watched.
That did it.
Remember when TV used to go out back in the day? Ooh.
Oh, you know what? He can see us. Okay, so
They can see us?
1 second, guys.
This is all Denicio's fault.
Let me create a second link, and I'm gonna send the link in there. Well, I have to create a whole new one. Dang, that's crazy.
Chase.
What did I do?
What you just said.
I was joking. I don't have no problem with that queen. Oh, they can hear us.
Yes, they can.
Demetrio just texted me and said, "The house is my fault."
No, he's in the thing right now, I think.
Sammy said we got BravoCon shook.
Okay, hold on.
It's funny.
Let me. Oh, it went down. Let me.
Somebody said, "Talk about suspense." The leave giving it to us tonight.
Yes, we on. I see the faces on the YouTube.
We are.
Listen.
Yeah, we back
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, we back on.
Okay. We back
on. Let's not talk about
we back,
what you
y'all.
don't want out. Oh,
we back. We ain't gonna play shit. I don't know if it's that scene or
it's not nothing.
We can just finish talking about it if you want.
We're gonna talk about it. So we know what happens after the beast commit. She says talk about the husband. Rinna gets upset. Rinna, tries to choke her. She breaks a glass. And she, I will say one thing. One thing Kim can do is she can dodge, baby. She can dodge anything because she ain't never got grabbed. She and Kyle didn't beat her ass up in that limo. So it is what it is. But in this moment, Kyle runs out. And, all the ladies are kind of rallying around Kyle and rallying around Rinna. Only person that was actually talking to Kim was Yolanda, I believe, right?
Yes.
That was like comforting her and kind of saying, like, I understand. Basically,
no, that was Kyle. I think that was Kyle. Brandy stayed with Kim.
No, Yolanda stayed with Kyle.
Yolanda
stayed too.
Yolanda was there. Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah. So let's talk about it. For those that are in the chat, sorry for what happened, child. I guess they said, baby, they're trying to shut us down because we black, child. That's what it is. They always trying to come for the black home business. But nonetheless, Antonio, give me your thoughts on that whole scene. And the first, before I get your thoughts, I will ask you, was Kim wrong? Was anything she said or did wrong? Was there one thing that said anything you felt like it was like, Kim, that was out of line? Or was everything justified?
Well, I felt like she was justified for what she said. Now, I think and I get it that when you kind of going back and forth, things come out and you say things, but Harry Hamlin ain't did nothing to Kim, but he live in the house with Lisa Rinna, so he adjacently fucking with Kim. Okay. During that scene and when Kim was on there, I've always watched Beverly Hills since the very beginning, but I never really appreciated the greatness of Kim Richards in the way that I do now. Because she sat at that table like we've seen some of the other housewives do in other cities. And she was like handling person after person, whether it be her sister, whether it be Eileen, Lisa Rinna. And I think what Lisa Rinna thought was that she was going to be able to kind of get that little slick shade in, and Kim immediately caught it. Kim may have initially been kind of like, okay, well, she's being nice. She's trying to apologize and tell me where she's coming from. I'm going to deal with it. But when Lisa tried to slide that shade in, Kim picked that shit right up and was like, nah, bitch. And she started hammering on Lisa Rinna's head like Toya did Mariah at that pool party that night.
He can go. He doesn't have to be here. Why is he?
Give us your thoughts, Chase.
You know what? I will say that I think that Kim went into that dinner knowing that she was going to have it out with Lisa Rinna. She said certain things that if you're like, a person who pays attention to those sort of details, is like, like when she initially tried to bring up the husband and they kept trying to shut her down. She said, we've all talked about it.
Yeah.
Bitch, boom.
Yeah.
I would have boom. So she was going to do that. I think when she got to that table, I think that at the beginning of the season, she probably felt like, okay, maybe this lady's coming from a genuine place. But she also says, if you were looking to do that, any of my friends would have come to me. You went to everybody in the group first. You didn't come to me. So at that point, Kim had washed her hands and she was ready to beat some ass at that table.
Yeah.
I think that Eileen was collateral damage because Eileen didn't know how to mind her business in the moment. So if you don't want to mind your business, you're going to get dragged to, you beast. I don't like your hair, I don't like your attitude, and I don't like your face.
One day.
And Kyle should shut up. And I mean, I lived. Listen, that season 5 is the first Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season that I know that people who weren't necessarily Housewives fans watched, because like as that season progressed, that season is their best. It's really dynamic, and that scene is iconic. Put it in the loop, hang it in the loop. Go ahead, Danny. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just saying I couldn't find one damn thing. I was just piggybacking when you were saying, but no, I think also the despicable part about it to me was Kyle sat there, and saw Lisa. Pretty much, Lisa was being very passive aggressive with what she was saying to things. Thought she was in Days of Our Lives in the moment, crying, make her, do all that. Kyle could have said something and shut it down. So yeah. I definitely understand. Kim has had to be a defense between these women for 5 seasons already. Yeah. Like she can't ever tell when somebody's being genuine, but she can call out when they're being fake. And like
she would know.
And like Chase said, I mean, she was sitting there like the Matrix. Everybody was getting it at one time.
Oh my God! You know that video?
Business.
I was say, you know that video of that girl beating up everybody and like walking back, and they,
that's what it was.
Going to work.
I just, Kim, and it's funny, Cortez, because when we were voting, you see the options. Most scenes people wanted to talk about were scenes that Kim was involved in.
Yeah.
Like she's an icon alone for that. Yeah. Like I saw
she's
some
unfiltered.
Always been boring on the show. I don't know what show they've been watching, but
remember she almost beat.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, remember she almost beat what's Lisa Vanderpump's husband's name?
Ken.
She almost beat Ken ass one of them seasons too. You're a mean old stubborn old man, baby. She wasn't playing with the people.
Okay, Miss E.
Okay.
Damn.
Well, first off, I do want to give a shout out to Nisha B for the super chat. Where I can't find it. Wait, where is it? Oh, there it is. Thank you, Nisha. Nisha was actually nominated for Viewer of the Year. Unfortunately, she did not win. Kyra took home the crown, but that says a lot that we did think, because we love some Nisha, especially she get on here. She be fresh out the damn chair, fresh climbing out the chair. She get on here and she talk her shit, so we love it. And then also shout out to Miss E for now. Jesus, Miss E. Now I don't even know. This is just too much, but we're gonna take it. Thank you so much for 3 years. Love y'all and can't wait to lean in every week. Thank you, Miss E. We really appreciate
That's
it.
Pretty touching. I think we lost power earlier, but
you said what, Danny?
I think it's because we lost power.
Said that people feeling sorry, thinking we paid the internet bill.
That's all right. Pay it on, baby. Pay it on. You want
to cut us down, baby? We was over here
pay it up.
And you know what? In my head, I said somebody's getting fired. Oh.
Wait.
Somebody getting fired.
Now who is running production tonight? I wonder who.
Todd.
It's probably Jamie. I don't know. Jamie probably behind the scenes doing some crazy stuff.
Please don't say that, because Isabel will never come back to this channel.
I can't. No, I'm just playing. All right. So, what I do want to say on this scene before we move to the next scene is that the big thing that took out from me was this Kim and Kyle, and just how, thinking, like, look at season 12 and how in this moment Kim is like, if Kathy was here, she would have my back, and just look at how Renna was just like, well, I don't like this behavior, Kim. Why are you acting this way? It's very, doesn't it all seem familiar to what just happened in season 12?
Yep.
It was a setup.
Renna was trying to make Kim look like she had a problem, and she thought it wasn't okay. And you behaving this way, and Kyle is like slightly embarrassed. The only difference between then and now is that Kyle kind of was on Kathy's side. Maybe not to the extent that I would have for my sister.
Because it went too far.
Well, in this, it was too far, and plus she also wasn't present for what happened. So I think that may be another reason, but I don't know. I could be giving Kyle too much. But any other thoughts on this scene? Definitely one of my favorite scenes. I watch it a lot of times and I laugh because
it comes on Twitter every other day.
So many memes from this scene. Like Eileen, I'm sorry, Eileen, girl, sit down and eat your food. Like, be quiet, because baby, you are a beast. whatever that is, like that.
Lisa Rinna did break that glass, so like she might pop a bitch. The way she like that was.
She knew it wasn't.
Remember, she leaned in to choke her.
She did.
Wait, and that's
that close to Kim.
Kim was like,
this is honestly my favorite scene across any franchise. It's my favorite across all franchises.
It was chaotic.
It is the way she rose up, though. Like Lisa Rinna, it was so dramatic the way Lisa rose up. Like it was
slow motion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even did you hear like you can hear the glass when it fell? You can hear the.
It's like it was going slow motion, and then when she broke the glass, it went back to regular speed.
Correct.
True. The Matrix.
It was. She had that little hair that that little mullet that she wear.
The funny part
was perfect.
Later when they walking back to the inside the hotel lobby, the hallway, Kim says, "I got glass up my panties."
The thing is, I don't think Kim was scared at all. Honestly, Kim was actually probably on the inside, like, yeah, I got her. Yeah, because she knew.
Kyle,
you want to get a rise out of her.
Your sister, and
Lisa Rinna 0-2 with them Richard sisters. So
yeah.
And Kyle, you ran when somebody broke a glass and tried to
ran.
You ran
on your sister, girl. Please, we fight.
Kyle should have picked up a glass of water and threw it in Lisa Rinna's face.
Baby, the way I would have drawn that across that table by my sister, bitch.
Yeah,
I'm
I had a clip. I had the clip up to play for what's her name, Brandy pushing Kyle, but I'm scared, child. I don't want to.
Is it 15 seconds?
It's really short, but I don't know. I don't want us to kick us out. I want to risk it.
I feel like it's worth it. I feel like
Brandy has spin Kyle around in a circle and pushed
the way she's like a tornado girl.
Because Kyle put her hands on someone yet again.
Well, she did. She did push Brandy. And that was the problem. So yeah,
Kyle couldn't take it.
I'll play that scene, but Antonio, we're gonna let you go, okay? Because we got.
All right, thank y'all so much.
Thank you, Antonio.
Right, bye. Love you guys.
Bye, Antonio.
All right. One video we can play is our video of our last 3 co-hosts that were able to submit. So we'll play that. They can't say that's copyright. That's original content. So I'll go ahead and play that, child.
Everyone, this is Lamicia. I helped review Real Housewives of Atlanta, Team Twirl, and I also helped review Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm just happy and honored that I have gotten a chance to be a part of the Lean. I remember when Cortez first came up with the idea of doing a blog, and to see the success that it has had in just a short amount of time is just amazing. I wish the Lean blog many more blessings and much success. So y'all keep on leaning in, okay?
What's up, y'all? I'm Shells, and I had the pleasure of leaning in for Real Housewives of Atlanta. One thing I love about the Lean In platform is that it was fun, it was funny. I got to be myself and really dish on the tea for Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I want to say, Tez, I'm so excited for you. Congratulations. Happy anniversary! This is so huge, and I'm loving the direction that the platform is going in now. I only expect you to go to higher and higher platforms. Bravo, wink, wink. But again, babe, congratulations. Love you.
You know I gotta lean in on this 3-year anniversary, honey. Shout out to Cortez and everything that he's been able to accomplish with the Lean In blog. My name is Kirsty from What's Your POV TV, and I was fortunate enough to work with Cortez and the blog on a few shows, give some recaps, and just our opinion of Insecure and also them on Amazon Prime. We had a time, honey. So I just want to say congratulations. I'm so excited for what you have in store. The Lean In blog is literally my go-to when I need to tap into the Housewives tea, okay? Sometimes Cortez be having the exclusives, so you gotta appreciate that. So once again, congratulations, Cortez. Congratulations to the 3-year anniversary of the Lean In blog. More to come. Can't wait to see what else you have in store.
Baby,
my heart is so full.
When I tell you, me and Lamisha used to go at it on Facebook over Housewives of Atlanta.
Yes.
You're not the only one she used to get into it with.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
But we got along afterwards.
Okay, so we can actually talk about the next topic, which is I can't even pronounce it, Chase, but I'm passing it over to you with Miss Yolanda and her Lyme disease scandal. This was quite cryptic as well. But Chase, I pass it over to you, and I was going.
So we're going to talk about Munchausen, Lunchhausen. We're going to talk about it all. Season 6 of the Housewives of Beverly Hills. As we know, there was a big cast shakeup. No more Brandy. No more Kim as full-time cast members, although they did, pop up here and there throughout the series. However, the big driving story was the alleged incident with Yolanda having Lyme disease or Munchausen. And so the way that this whole thing falls into play is that we're going to go in the order of the show and not like the actual order. So in the order of the show, Lisa Vanderpump, Kyle Richards, and Lisa Rinna are all sitting around dishing the dirt. And Rinna says, it's been weighing heavy on my heart. I have to get it out. I am getting confused by the messages that Yolanda is sending. Me and Eileen went to go visit her. She could only speak to us for 45 minutes, so she was very ill. And now she's on holiday, looking as normal as the day is long. And so she's questioning whether or not, I just feel disgusting and dirty even saying it. I don't even like it. I think it's the lowest. But she questions whether or not Yolanda actually has Lyme disease, or if it is what one of her friends comes to her and says that maybe she may have Munchausen. So as she says this, Kyle and Lisa Vanderpump are mortified. So then as we move forward throughout the season, Taylor Armstrong, for some reason, questions it as well, but that's neither here nor there. However, Rinna feels, really, really bad about having questioned whether or not Yolanda has Lyme disease after speaking with Erika Jayne about it. And so she goes to Yolanda and says, Yolanda, I've said that I think that you may have had Munchausen, and I really feel bad for taking part in this conversation. And I just want to let you know. So we move forward again. Erika has gone back and told Yolanda that the ladies are now also questioning whether or not her children actually have Lyme as well. And that activated Yolanda to heights that we've never, ever seen. One interesting thing is, do you guys remember that when the word got out that Yolanda knew about them questioning her children's Lyme, that they were trying to figure out who did it? And Erika was like, I didn't say it. I didn't tell her. And then immediately her confessional, she goes, of course I told her, but I wasn't going to tell them. So Little Miss Liar always tells the truth. She definitely lied about that. But either way, I just thought it was interesting. However, we get to the final blowout, and Yolanda lets Lisa Rinna have it at that final scene. And she rips her from limb to limb, shreds to shreds. We get to the reunion, and Lisa Rinna says that she feels bad once again and has to get it out, and that they were all at a barbecue, and Yolanda left, and that Ken said that Yolanda looked like a piece of shit. And I'm paraphrasing, but she looked horrible.
She said she didn't say it to her face.
Mm-hmm. She didn't say it, and Lisa Vanderpump said, well, he didn't say it to her face, and I was like, no shit, Shirley. Anyway, yeah, so it basically comes out that Rinna says that when the Munchausen conversation comes up, Lisa Vanderpump says, and there goes our fucking storyline. So I have some questions for you guys. Was Lisa Rinna wrong for bringing that on camera? Did Kyle and Lisa Vanderpump have more of a hand in it than they alluded to in the beginning? And do you believe that Vanderpump said there was a fucking storyline? What do you guys think?
So I don't think that Vanderpump plotted anything with Rinna. I don't know how anybody would trust Rinna. I'm not saying she's not clean, but in the whole situation, but I don't think she plotted it with Rinna, because the way Rinna was saying at the reading, oh, you told me to bring this out. You said it. I don't believe that. Rinna of all people, no.
I don't know, Danny. I got to disagree a little bit. Go ahead, Cortez.
Well, so I feel as though like Kyle was definitely a part of it, because when at that little wherever they were sitting at in the daytime, Rinna kept saying that my friend told me this. My friend told me this, and we talked about this. And the thing, what made it so interesting because Yolanda kept saying, "Who said it? Who said it?" And even Miss Erika Jayne jumped in and was like, "Well, bitch, you saying?" She's talking to Rinna. She told Rinna like, "You're saying someone said it, so let's say who the fuck it is." And Rinna really wouldn't come forth. So to fast forward to the reunion, do I think that boom is your storyline? No, I think Rinna was lying. Even in that moment, it's like she was trying to get the heat off of herself. And I feel as though even when the way she was talking just didn't really seem believable. It was almost like, let me clear myself up, let me clear my image because I'm called at the reunion. We have proof of me saying this stuff. Let me find a way to get out of this. And I don't think she got out of it, me personally, because there's still talk about that stuff now, that whole storyline. But I think Rinna was lying, to be honest.
Yeah, he just brought it up at the reunion.
Right. I think she was lying. Like,
I think Vanderpump is definitely capable of doing some foul shit. I just don't think she plotted anything together with Rinna, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying she wasn't in on it at all in some kind of way, but I don't think she plotted it with Rinna.
Right.
Here's why I kind of disagree. Because at that point, we're on one season in a Rinna. I don't think that season 7 and season 8, Vanderpump would have plotted anything with her. But I think at this point, Kim is gone, Brandy is gone, and I do think, okay, that conversation was had. There goes our storyline. That's what I think, And also, let's not forget, if we go a couple of seasons back, Lisa Vanderpump has been accused of sticking tabloids in bags, forcing Brandy to do stuff, which I absolutely believe that she told Brandy to do because Brandy was going to do anything to keep her check, and they were like this at the time. So, Lisa Rinna has shown those things. There's more than one person named Lisa on this show. Vanderpump is definitely capable of those things. I don't think this is something that we'll ever know. I do think that what we all know, though, is that Lisa Rinna is a piece of trash, because who goes on national television and does that? And you definitely said it about those children. I'm sorry. I believe that hands down, flat out, because that's the type of person she is. If it is anyone else's child, she doesn't care as long as it's not hers. So I don't know. That whole thing was gross. And I really hated having to relive that and watch that over again. It was gross. And one of the reasons why I stopped watching.
Yolanda was really hurt when she ran off. Like, that was sincere.
Oh, she was, you talking about?
She was hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. For sure.
When she said that Vanderpump was in on it, she almost broke down. That was crazy,
I don't even know if she believed that Vanderpump was in it, because she was still talking to Vanderpump on that sofa, like.
I mean, just to hear it, though. I don't know if she believed it, but when she heard it, she started crying. It was just like, wow, these girls do not like me.
Yeah, because even Andy was like, all right, he was like, he started asking her questions. And I mean, she walked up for a minute. They were still talking they were still trying to justify, Vanderpump was denying that she said it. And Rinna just kept saying, you said it. You said it. You said it. And I'm like, no, she didn't say that. I don't think she did personally. I mean, Vanderpump could definitely manipulate. But I don't think Rinna is easy to be manipulated. She's a much smarter woman than what she, or at least puts out. I'll say that.
Well, she's not going to do anything she doesn't want to do. So when she says that she, I don't believe that. I believe she was definitely willing to do it to keep the show going.
Well, that's true. That's very true as well. That is very true.
It's one of those we'll never know.
And then remember that season, I think it's season 3 reunion. It's just a sidebar since we're talking about Yolanda. Remember they said that Kim was walking through the airport with a shit-stained pillow. That's gross. Anyway, do you remember that they turned around and they said, well, Yolanda, you said this about Vanderpump, and she flat out denied it. And Lisa Vanderpump said that she did not believe it, but people believe that she only said that she did not believe it to hurt Kyle. Do you believe that Yolanda said whatever they said she said? Because I don't remember what she said, but I remember that being a big deal. We're talking about Yolanda being a mess. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Move on.
I don't. Not too much. That's
a big deal.
I was like, I have to remember what the hell was going on.
No, it's okay. I don't remember what was said, but
okay. Well, we will move on to Puppygate, which was in season 9, right? And it was actually Lisa last season before she left and was like, I gotta go.
This was the most annoying storyline ever.
It was definitely annoying, and I definitely stopped damn near watching it. Just because it was so annoying. But
it wasn't a big deal to me.
It wasn't, but it was like, to me, the real villain was Dorit because she's the one that gave the damn dog away. She went
Okay, yes.
adoption services. And in California, I will say, they have very specific, things in place for animals and puppies and dogs. So I think she was the real villain. But we're gonna bring in Sammy, who he was just here to join.
Sam. I never call him that.
Sam. But yeah, Puppygate was one of the mentions that someone wanted to mention.
Yes.
They gave to me. Dumb.
And so, hey, Sam. Oh, look what I leaned in with a shirt.
Sammy had his shirt on.
He got a phone call from me, Sammy.
We may need to switch who the highest paid is.
Well, first
Now, you
off,
guys
I cut on my screen and see y'all in y'all shirt. I had to run and find my shirt, go iron it real quick. I was out of breath by the time I came back to the couch.
I still give you the
No
memo.
shade, I had to do that too.
So don't Tasha me.
That's okay.
Wardrobe. By the way,
give us the rundown.
I was gonna say, by the way, before we get into it, Kyle Richards is such a Tamika Scott. Anyway, let's move forward. Because she does not have Latasha's back like a real sister. Anywho, so Puppygate. So the whole Puppygate fiasco starts as Dorit, adopts Lucy Apple Juicy from Vanderpump Dogs. The dog is allegedly biting everybody's children. So instead of following the instructions and returning the dog back to Vanderpump Dogs, Dorit gives it to another family who has the same issues and sends it to a shelter, which has a dog in danger of being killed, I believe. Am I correct? So John Sessa tells Teddy's in on it. She wants to take Dorit down from what happened the previous season. She gets cold feet and all hell breaks loose. And the group wonders whether or not Lisa Vanderpump is the one who leaked these stories to the press in order to hurt Dorit. Do you guys believe, and it goes on for a season until, finally Lisa Vanderpump quits mid-season.
It goes on forever and forever.
It went on forever and ever. Amen. And it honestly drove me away from the show, and I didn't come back till they got what I thought was a sister. Till they got Garcelle on the show. That being said, do you believe that this whole ordeal is Vanderpump's fault for allegedly going back to the press, or is it Dorit's fault for not following simple fucking instructions?
Dorit.
Well,
I hate Dorit.
Dorit.
Yes. And then Teddy were setting up the text messages and shit.
Child, it was Teddy. Child, Sammy, you on right?
Teddy is
your girl, ain't it?
No. So I went back and refreshed myself earlier, and I actually watched the after show because I don't remember watching the after show during that season. Dorit's brain is a little broke because before Apple Lucy, yeah. So she went to the shelter to Vanderpump Dogs prior and got a puppy named Maddie that had bit up the kids a day apart. He bit the girl first, and then he went back and bit the boy. So then she took that dog back, and John Sessa was telling her, like, you should probably keep this dog because this is gonna be the next big thing. Because Jiggy on his way out. Remember, Jiggy was on the pump. They had to keep giving him CPR and stuff. So she was telling him, like, Dorit, this is gonna be the next famous dog. You should keep this dog. But Dorit didn't want him because he was tearing up her kids. So then she got Lucy, which went on and did the same thing. Instead of taking it back, she gave it away. I will say, she said she signed the contract, so she knew the rules and the regulations. Then in the after show, she said she don't remember if she signed it or not. Okay, whatever. I think she said that because instead of giving the dog back, she just gave it to some other lady, like, get this bitch and take her away from me and my family because she biting everybody. But yeah, but I think that she, as far as it getting out and becoming a big deal, that was definitely on Lisa Vanderpump. Like she used Teddy little simple self to go and try to spread the mess around, and then when it came back to start biting her ass, she got scared and ran. And for this story,
to the press though, Sammy.
Huh?
To the press too.
You know what? She put it on her kids and she didn't do it, which I believe. She had one of them other people did it, so she didn't do it herself, but she had one of the Johns do it. But I would have never thought this simple storyline would have been would have ran Lisa Vanderpump off the show. Like,
well, they did try to strong arm people into like saying that they believed her. They went to Dorit and basically said, if you don't believe her, we're never going to be your friend again. They went to Kyle and told her, if you don't believe her right now, Kyle, then get out of our fucking house and get out of our life. And she said she didn't believe it. And guess what we got out of that? Goodbye, Kyle.
So, even still, for me, I still don't. I understand it's a contract you signed. I still don't think it's a big deal to me that Dorit gave a dog to somebody else. I just don't think it's a big deal.
It's not a big deal, but it did go against the whole adoption policy.
That's fine. So find her and move on.
And another thing is, Lisa.
No, wait, hold on, wait. I'm sorry, Sammy.
Go ahead.
Hold on, wait. I'm sorry. That dog was sent to a shelter where the dog could have been killed.
That's
that
not true.
Against,
That's
hold on, wait. I'm just going. You're gonna let me get it out though.
Go ahead.
Hey, don't get up here on the Wednesday fooling, bitch. Don't get up here with the bullshit now.
All right.
Okay, listen.
I mean, I didn't get to finish, but you know.
You know what? Nobody gets to have a fucking finish, okay?
Let me finish, Garcelle.
What is? Somebody please read me Jamie's tagline immediately. Go ahead, you guys. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I just saw because she gave it to her friend. Now, the only thing that she was wrong for was not giving the dog back to Lisa. That's it. Find her and let that be that.
That's why you didn't get to finish.
It could have ended. Like, the fact that all we had to talk about was a dog the whole season, and that was just sad to me. So sad.
Go ahead, Sammy. What was the real truth?
So one, she didn't give it to a friend. She gave it to some random lady who she said she met at some kind of dog park or something, that fell in love with the dog. The lady's mother ended up getting sick. So the lady's mother sent the dog to a shelter, which then called Vanderpump Dogs like, hey, the dog has a chip. It's yours. We want to know if you're going to come get it. But it wasn't a kill shelter, which is where Lisa Vanderpump was telling everybody at first to get everybody so mad with Dorit. And then they found out it was just another regular ass shelter. And that's when they all started looking at her sideways. And it was like a $5,000 fine if you didn't return the dog back to Vanderpump Dogs.
One.
On the after show, they said 5. Lisa and Dorit both said $5,000.
Well, we all know allegedly that PK and Dorit did not have the money until they got robbed, allegedly. So
she got robbed that season too. Do y'all remember that? I didn't remember that until I went back and watched a few episodes. She got robbed that season too. The first episode, she was telling Erika how she got robbed again. So that really makes this most recent one.
Insurance claims, I would get robbed too. Shit.
I would not insure Dorit if I was an insurance character. Her name would be flashed everywhere.
I wouldn't have should have been. The who? Oh no, ma'am. You got to go on somewhere else.
SR22.
The who? Oh no, ma'am. Can't afford it. Can't do it.
The P who? No.
Let me see this thing. If y'all wonder what I'm doing, actually, I'm distorting the video so I can play it.
Baby, don't do that.
He like, don't risk it, child. Listen, we almost at the end of the show anyway, so at least we go out with it. For those that are watching, child, this may not make the replay. So if you hear, you made it.
Listen, I want to say this though. The reason why I do not at this moment today believe that Lisa Vanderpump did it is because the same people on that cast who are saying, we don't know how things get to the press. I don't know how they get to the press. I wouldn't even know how to talk to the press if it came out. Are the same bitches still on the show. So I don't know.
I agree with you.
I don't know.
You remember that Radar Online came out and said Lisa had never been
they never did it.
That they didn't have any connection with her, but then you had Camille come right after saying, well, she introduced me to Radar Online and the people that they got up there. So it was like, what's what?
Now Camille don't lie. One thing about Camille, she don't lie about
it. She talked too damn much, but she don't lie.
Because Camille came for Dorit very hard at the end of that season about those finances. You old friends it's true.
I miss her.
Okay. Go ahead, Danny.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm done. I was just saying, did you have anything else that you wanted to talk about in that scene, Chase, or Semi specifically? I think the real villain was Dorit. That's just me, as a dog owner.
No, I'm telling you the villain was.
Who was it?
Them kids who kept making dogs so bad the dogs kept biting them.
I was gonna say now, what are them children do? Because that's 2 dogs now. Every dog ain't biting everybody.
He wanted to bite their ass up. If they wouldn't have been so bad, them dogs would have stayed. We would have had no.
But you have to remember, Danny. Now I'm gonna say something, you guys. I don't want you guys to in the group chat. I don't want y'all to take it the wrong way. But remember, at the time, one of her children couldn't speak, and the other one could not really necessarily walk. So you know they were bad as hell. They were terrorizing them damn dogs, crawling.
And no, he bit PK too though. The Lucy one bit PK too.
That was before
Look
he
at
got
PK.
up, right?
I bite him.
I
That's
was
before PK
bite
got
his ass
up,
too.
so they found the dog.
Get out of here.
To the bite him.
Damn Brit.
Oh, don't say that. PK is. I feel like if you bite PK, he probably tastes like garlic or something like that, just salty.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's nasty. That's nasty. Okay, Sammy, thank you for joining in to talk about Puppygate, probably one of the most annoying storylines in Beverly Hills history, but it was requested, so we did want to talk about it. And hopefully, if you're
Thank
watching.
you, Sammy.
All right.
You're welcome, Cortez.
Bitch.
We're actually close to getting out of here. We would usually do call-ins, but we're not gonna do it today. I know it's LeanCon, but we're kind of getting up on time. But I did want to go through some of these awards that we had, that what everyone voted upon or whatever. We've already given out View of the Year. We've already given out our favorite panel. So I'm gonna go through and just give y'all a few, and then we'll finish out tomorrow on the Salt Lake City show as far as like what the other awards. Okay. All right. So what we gonna do? So as the Shade Award, which is the panelist that's always gonna deliver the best shade, that person is, and this person had 37.78% of the vote. It is actually Chase. Who is sitting on the panel? Your ass. You all felt like, well, everyone felt like, what is that?
My award. I'd like to thank the Academy for voting for me. Okay. I'd like to also thank these housewives for being trifling so I can always throw shade. I'd like to thank the panelists for always being trifling as well so I can throw shade. I'd also like to thank the group chat for being shady as well so I can throw shade because, I love to get into it with the people in the group chat. I'd like to also thank Cortez for having me. Okay. Go ahead and run your show, please. Thank you. Mwah. Mommy, they like me. They really like me. Thank you.
Okay. And then we will do the most congenial, which is I put you love them, they love you, well-rounded, usually minding their business in their square. Everybody know what being congenial is. This was actually kind of close. I ain't gonna lie, it was actually very close. But the person that won with 24.44% of the votes is Danny, who is
I won.
But Jamie was Jamie and Sammy was coming for that ass.
Sammy and then Jamie, right?
I mean, by one vote.
I just want to say one thing. In the words of Brandy, almost doesn't count.
Well, I just wanted to mention that they were up there with you.
Thank you, everybody. I really do love y'all. So,
right. And I want to say for the Shadiest Award, I voted. I'm just going to say it now. I don't really care who hears it. I voted for Antonio because Antonio is one shady MF. Okay.
Sammy says Jamie. All right. So what we're gonna do? I went ahead and Saz K. We did not reach that limit. I did go ahead and I did distort some videos. So since we're about to lean out soon anyway, I did want to show these three clips that were like very funny to Beverly Hills on our little movie time. Hopefully, if we get shut down, child, just give us a second. But we're gonna lean out soon anyway. So if we go out with a bang. But if you're here watching, we really appreciate it. It's really been fun. But let's get into these other. We're not going to talk about these moments. We're just going to play these moments and just kind of laugh it out because I had to add them as they were definitely hilarious to the show. Okay. All right. So we will start. And I distorted them. So kind of pay attention, child.
Hold on. Please don't do that. 1 second. No, I want to talk to my sister for a second.
Wow, don't touch me.
Don't you
wow, really? Don't touch me.
Do that.
Don't touch me.
From Springdale, Arkansas wants to know what you did with the bunny Lisa Rinna gave for your grandson.
Oh, well, Lisa, hold on. I brought the bunny. Because I never gave it to my grandson. Because I didn't feel like it had good energy. Sorry. So I think what I should do is give it to you. And when you are in a better place, maybe you can give it back to me, because right now I don't feel it was given to me with energy giving it to somebody else.
I'm gonna skip over.
You don't have to cry over it. So I just feel like, and I could have re-gifted it, but I felt like it was better to give it back to you. I don't really.
No. Who says that? Say it. This
Oh,
is a
no.
big shock to me. It's so blatant. I've done nothing wrong. Kyle, I swear on my children's life. If I did something wrong, that doesn't mean you wouldn't love me. I am not going to say, yes, I did something if I didn't do it. I didn't come here to fight. You came here to tell me I am a liar.
You're not a friend.
To be honest.
She would never say that about you.
Maybe you care more about your image than your friendships.
You are not her friend.
Yes, I f***ing am.
Goodbye, Kyle.
They busted that laughing. Dead, man. Say dead. Crying. So
listen, there are literally pages that just post this stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna make sure I put in the comments. It'll be up. I'll dispute it, and I'll just say that
you do not own the copyrights to the video.
Yeah, I don't care about making any profit or anything like that.
Y'all send us some more money so we can get this back going. Can you hear us?
We should be back in there in a second. Did it come in?
Send us the money.
But it's the audio, because on YouTube, whenever they don't want people to take down their songs, they slow it down a little bit or speed it up. So it's the audio they recognize too.
I know that's true, but I mean, but no, not all of them. Some of them have the whole full thing.
I was talking about like mute, and I see music, like things where they do mixes, they be slowing it down a little bit. It be sounding like the cassette warped.
Okay, well, I don't know how long it took for us to come back in last time, but we about to.
Shit.
Right, well, shit. What are y'all doing?
Well, shit.
What are y'all doing?
So why ain't they? Let's give it 1 second. Maybe it'll come back in. Let's see.
Well, Jamie is going to have a fit in that chat that he didn't win not a NAN award yet. It's back.
It's back.
He doesn't deserve. Oh.
Okay. Whew. Okay. So with that being said, Sass K told me to stop. I should have listened to that. The moderator of the link. Okay, because she be out here working. And Sass K, we got something to send for you too.
Also, you can't tell you to stop. You got to add. She put SMH. Shaking my head.
I know. He told me. But listen. All good things, it's still LeanCon. Listen, next year gonna be even bigger, baby. We're gonna be on,
we're gonna be across the street.
Right, we're gonna be across the street from BravoCon. All right, y'all. With that being said, we wanted to talk about these moments. We touched on some moments that you guys sent to us that you wanted to hear about. Hopefully, if this is posted as a replay, you guys can watch it. I'll try to dispute it nonetheless to make sure that it does, because honestly, they flag a lot of things. I see people post literally the whole damn trailer of shit from Bravo. And if they can get their stuff up there, I'm sure I can too. I've done it before. So with that being said, they're going to lean out. Danny, Chase, Sammy, Antonio, Kyra. It has been a really fun show in general. You have something to say, Danny?
I just want somebody to check on Lovable Lisa. She ain't here tonight either.
Oh, I'm going to message her.
Yeah.
I'm going to message her because I haven't seen her. And shout out to Miss E and Nisha for the super chats. And I believe, did y'all get something from Isabel on the thingy? No,
I did, but my financial affairs are no one's business.
Okay, well, listen.
No, I'm joking. I don't know. I need to go check.
Well, I if she did, I hope she did, but I believe she did because she sent something over this way. So thank you, Isabel, for that.
She did. Thank you, Isabel.
Okay, I was like, you didn't get it.
I see it now.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. We're gonna have Salt Lake City tomorrow. We will announce the rest of the awards and we'll close out Lean Week. And you know what? I'm thinking about we may do a last minute spare the moment lunch and late on Friday, just over a few topics that happened, not even with TV, just outside of TV. So stay tuned to the channel. There's some more Lean Spotlight co-host spotlights coming, and we hope you guys enjoyed the show. Like this video, subscribe, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for Salt Lake City. Okay. All right, y'all.
Goodbye, Kyle.
Bye.